pregame show.
And a shot of the west span of the Bay Bridge. What a terrific view. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. Home court advantage goes to the Warriors playing here at the Oracle Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Curry with the steal. They're running, and look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the center position.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
Here's Thompson following the score by Golden State. And here's Thompson. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Here's LeBron. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
James, and he banks in the layup. James has got his second bucket.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together, but the stat sheet also bared that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Here is Durant following the basket by LeBron James. Outside Irving, dishes it to James. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Green with the block. Now the Warriors moving it up. Durant's got the ball. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Curry dishes to Durant. One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level, and Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Nobody near Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Irving's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's Curry outside. They grab their own miss. Green kicks to Thompson. Outside Curry. Back to Thompson. It's tipped and stolen by James. Passes it to Smith. The tray. Another three for Cleveland.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, he can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
And here is Durant after J.R. Smith getting his three to go. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Durant. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Curry with the three, and again it's the Warriors missing.
And getting back to Durant, sometimes adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity challenges you to rise above. And Kevin was already at the highest rung on the ladder. I think his opponent should be very afraid of what they're about to witness this season. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Cleveland moving it around. Love the pass to James. A leaner, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage. And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
And the Warriors decide to take their first timeout here. Different look here for the Warriors. Barron's checked in. West comes in for Kevin Durant. Looney's checked in for Thompson. And it's Kim English in for Steph Curry. Here's English. Here's Looney, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Back to Williams. Here's the three, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have a dribble.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
On the court for Cleveland, Mo Williams out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Jefferson. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Cowan in at the 5 down low.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. On its way from Curry for 2. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
The pass to Frye. Outside for Jefferson. And another miss by Cleveland. Warriors leading by 8 for the finish. And it's Iguodala with the jam.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger card right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Jefferson against Iguodala. Jefferson's shot is off.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force. And Andre Iguodala, guys, one of the most unselfish players in the league. I mean, that unselfishness for me, too, is what was put to a test last season as the former All-Star was asked by his coach, Steve Kerr, to come off the bench for the Warriors. And you know what? He did it without complaint, putting the team first.
No good from Fry. Here's Golden State. They're on an 11-2 run. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Misses the three. The Cavaliers trail by 12. And for Iguodala, some have said he's unselfish, Clark, to a fault.
Yeah, and you know, a great athlete and ball handler, I think he could be much more aggressive looking to attack off the dribble. He's really unique, though, a player who puts his emphasis on the defensive end and does a really good job at that end of the floor.
Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Pachulia, he's checked in for Green. LeBron's checked in for the Cavaliers. Goes up off the inbound. And then Durant with the jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And that one's good, Irving.
Now that's a killer crossover. The defender got totally shook up by that move.
Feeds it to Pachulia. Out to Thompson. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them one off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13+ points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
And the Warriors making a change here. English is checked in. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Curry dishes to Durant. Back to Curry. Fires for three. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland will come the other way.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
LeBron drives in. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. LeBron James, by many surveys, and no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
Pass to English. From deep. Good, and Curry gets the assist. English has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. If they time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Love goes in.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 08, and really he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Here's James.
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind, but I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
Yeah, what a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
And so we wrap up the first half. Warriors.
Kevin, you obviously found your rhythm offensively. Tell us how you've gotten into that groove.
Well, I'm just playing off my teammate.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far? And Kenny, what? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
We saw some good action from Durant. He's got 21 points and the 1 steal. Talk about on fire. Nearly everything's going in for him right now.
He's just got that touch, that magic touch right now.
The Splash Brothers are the guards. Kim English is out there with Durant, and it's Pachulia in at the center, locking down the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. The drive by James. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Thompson passes to English. Here's Curry. And the shot is good. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Well, I tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the 6th best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Pachulia. And it's Iguodala in for Kim English. LeBron kicks to Irving. The 11-footer, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 16 points for LeBron. Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play, going to the line for 1.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season he became the second youngest player to get the 15,000 points. That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Irving can't get it to go. AT that time from Curry.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Nice shot by Smith. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. No good on the three.
The clear look at the hoop.
Oh!
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And it's Iguodala missing. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Cleveland moving the ball around. It's LeBron with the draw. Oh!
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you
Agreed.
what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
There's 1:38 left to play here in the third.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Here's Smith. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark Sixth Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career.
Whoa!
Good.
Woo. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special.
My
Oh.
goodness, that was almost a circus-like dunk.
On the wing, Iguodala. Curry kicks to Thompson. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. Up top, Curry. Pass to Thompson. And Durant. Here we go. And the rejection by James. Smith right side. For the three. And it's Smith again missing. Timeout called the Warriors. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the final. Impressive work.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Warriors leading by 12. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Passes to Looney. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
1 second left. Buries the jump shot. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, we've got Mo Williams, Channing Frye out there with Jefferson. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Cowan in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Warriors leading by 14. Livingston dishes to Barron, and it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Williams passes to Shumpert. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And here's Frye for 3. Second chance shot. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And the basket by West. And the Warriors lead by 19.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
In the corner, it's Jefferson. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And, guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
It's stolen by Jefferson. Williams kicks to Frye. Outside Shumpert. The Warriors pull it in. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And the dunk by West.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
The drive by Shumpert. Fires the 3. Williams passes to Cowan. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Curry kicks to Iguodala. Thompson outside. The wide open look for Durant. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Back to Iguodala. At the top of the key, Thompson. Shot clock at 3. And the Warriors miss again.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
The feed now to Smith. LeBron drives in, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
James. Again, James missing.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Another miss by Curry.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Smith for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And that's now 11 points.
It's a half now. He's finally starting to come around.
The drive by Green, and a wide open look for Iguodala. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. LeBron outside. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. LeBron's got 10 points in just the second half. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Bangs home the trifecta.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
They knocked down their shots. I mean, a little luck didn't hurt either. A lot of their 50-50 shots went in the basket.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Kevin Durant. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel. Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run. Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the Warriors with possession here. It's a 14-point game. James. Thompson dishes to James. J.R. Smith on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Left side, Irving. To the inside. Another shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line of goal.
First one falls for him.
He has 2.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Curry against Irving. Curry passes to Thompson. And stolen by Irving. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
Iguodala. With the steal, so we see the Warriors take it.
David, obviously,
The 2K Sports post-game show.